Hello, my name is Seth Adams, and today I'll be telling you what happened on December 10th, 1906, and its importance. So, on December 10th, 1906, our president at the time, Theodore Roosevelt, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, and he was actually the first American to receive this award. He was given this award because of his efforts in the previous year to help end the Russo-Japanese War. So I'm going to tell you what happened in that war. In the Russo-Japanese War, it was between Russia and Japan, and you have one side of Russia where they have just gotten off a war in the 1890s, and they fought China, and they destroyed China, and they did it with their ground troops. They're pro-land, that's where they excel at. And then you have Japan, where they're building a navy, and they had training in Germany and in Britain, where those powers are excellent with their navy, and so they really knew how to work with their military on the navy efforts. And Japan wanted to take its influences towards closer to China, and they went ahead and threw the first punch, and they went ahead and attacked Russia at Port Arthur in Korea, and from then on out, it was just such an aggressive tactic from Japan, and Russia was still just so tired from the previous war that they really couldn't fight them, and 2/3 of the 90,000 people that died was actually Russians, and because of the tactics learned by the Japanese, by the European powers, and naval warfare, they were able to go ahead and just completely start demolishing Russia. But Roosevelt, he saw this as opportunity, and he went ahead and asked both sides if they want to stop, and both sides did want to stop. Japan was running out of money really, really fast. I mean, these new warships they were using, they were iron, they weren't wood. They were using that, they were using all their resources, their ammunition, and Russia was just so exposed from the previous war, and this one, it wasn't good for both sides. It really wasn't. So Roosevelt was able to bring both parties together in New Hampshire and create the Treaty of Portsmouth. And this treaty really helped cool down the world for a little bit. The world was kind of scared that this may have been the First World War, and because it was over two superpowers, and now that it kind of cooled down, that there was peace among the world, basically, and that's why Roosevelt was really awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And during his acceptance speech, he was talking about how humble he was and how blessed he was that he's really the first American, and he's the President of the United States that actually gets this award. And how important is it, because the United States is this superpower at the time of influence, and for the world to see that this person who gets the Nobel Peace Prize is like at the top of the world, and they're saying, well, he's a peaceful person, and that he's really just influencing the whole world to just kind of be peaceful at this time. But it doesn't really work out, because World War I happens and World War II happens, but things happen. So Roosevelt, he got the Peace Prize, and it was because he got involved with a nasty war that Russia and Japan, they wanted their influence in China and in Korea, and they were willing to gut it out. And over time, both sides just saw it was just not really worth it, and Roosevelt stepped in and saw it as a way to go ahead and show the world what the U.S. is really about and what their mental mindset at that time was. And because he was able to do that and help both sides come to an agreement, that the committee on the Nobel Peace Committee was able to recognize this and go ahead and give Roosevelt this award. So, thank you.